What's going on YouTube, Achilles here, and today I put together a Grixis mid-range deck. I was inspired to make this deck because of Marchesa, Dealer of Death. This card is very interesting because it says whenever you commit a crime you may pay 1. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So we could easily commit crimes if we have a lot of removal, or some ways to target the opponent such as Lord Skitter to exile a card in their graveyard. So there's a lot of cards that could go hand in hand with this, and we really doubled down with this card by playing a Legends themed deck so we could take advantage of Tinybones Joins Up, where whenever one of our legendary creatures enters, our opponent has to mill a card and loses 1 life, which will commit a crime for Marchesa, so you get your card advantage. Plus, when this enters, your opponent has to discard a card, so you could at least 1 for 1 when this card enters. The rest of the deck is a lot of powerful legendary creatures that have a ton of value on it, and we try to remove, counter, and curve up until we get to Gisa, and if we have Tinybones Joins Up while Gisa's out, we will be able to commit a lot of crimes in the sense that whenever a crime is committed, you get to create 2 tapped 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature tokens. And Gisa has an extra ability which says skeletons and zombies you control get a +1/+1 and have menace. So those 2/2 blue and black zombie rogue creature tokens become 3/3s. So you could go wide with this deck and curve out pretty nicely and just play a bunch of creatures with a ton of value, a lot of removal to back it up, and win the game. So let's get right into this list. We got 2 Phantom Interference, 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Cecil Dark Knight, 4 Tinybones Joins Up, 1 Tinybones the Pickpocket, 2 Tragic Trajectory, 1 Kellan, Planar Trailblazer, 2 Nowhere to Run, 4 Shoot the Sheriff, 1 Inti, Seneschal of the Sun, 3 Nashi, Searcher in the Dark, 2 Lord Skitter, Sewer King, 4 Marchesa, Dealer of Death, 1 Aclazotz, Deepest Betrayal, 4 Gisa the Hellraiser, 1 Virtue of Persistence, and for the lands we got 1 Island, 3 Swamps, 1 Mountain, 2 Gloomlake Verge, 2 Restless Reef, 4 Watery Grave, 4 Blazemire Verge, 4 Fabled Passage, and 4 Starting Town. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you could get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. Okay, we get to go first. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to make him discard a card. Go for Inti now. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of Tifa. Let's go for this swing. Do we discard a card? I don't think we do. Let's use another Tinybones Joins Up, make him discard another card. And if we could find 1 more land, then we'll have 5 and we could go for Gisa eventually. Interesting. Alright. Hopefully we can find a land next. Nice. I'm just going to immediately do this right now. Even if they have the Snake Skin Veil, it's perfect because it gets around it. Which is why, of course, we're playing Nowhere to Run, so we can get past all those hexproof cards. Nice. Opponent is going first. I'm going to keep this. Start off with the Tinybones, the Pickpocket. And if they are playing mono red, I'm curious to see what they're... Okay, they're not even doing anything yet. Very interesting. I think I just counter the next card they play with Phantom Interference and call it a day. I could easily go for Nashi or Inti, but I think this is better. Maybe they're playing mono red aggro? I have no idea, honestly. I could have played that instead of the Nashi if I really wanted to, which is funny. But if I could get to the Aclazotz, then we're really in business. Okay, so let's go for the swing. That's perfect. We get Tinybones Joins Up to our hands. So watch, we're going to go for Tinybones Joins Up. Make our opponent discard a card. Alright. We are now going to go for the Inti. Triggering Tinybones Joins Up, making them lose a life, mill a card. And next turn we play the Aclazotz, and this is Mono Red's worst nightmare in the sense that this card has lifelink, has flying, and even if they get rid of it, I could bring it back once it's a land, and if one player has, I think it's one or less cards in their hand, you could flip this back over into the creature form, which is pretty deadly. One of my favorite one-ofs to play in most decks that could play it. So what's the move, guys? Well, Nashi has Menace, so let's get a swingin'. Do we pump it up? Nah. We just go for the swing. Fortunately, we don't find anything, but it pumps itself up if we don't add anything to our hand, which is good. So now we go for Aclazotz. We're going to trigger Tinybones Joins Up. They go down to 12 now. And once I get a swing in with this, we're going to just try to put ourselves over the top, not die, and we should be good. They could easily Witchstalker Frenzy Aclazotz though, but I'm not worried because we could easily just get it back. So they go for the swing. We're going to block with Aclazotz, because even if they get rid of it, like I said, it's not a big deal. Comes right back as a lands. And a Hired Claw next. Alright, go for the Verge. Do we play the Verge? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's go for the double swing. Inti we're going to discard the Nashi now. We're going to pump up Inti. That's pretty good. I was going to say we don't play the land because maybe we get a land off the top of our deck with Inti and we play that. But it's a Lord Skitter, so That's pretty good. We'll get Virtue to our hand. Play the Virtue. Go for Lord Skitter, and we hold up Spell Pierce now, which is nice. Okay, that's fine. What's in their graveyard anyway? And they have to pay mana to even play the card, so not too much they could even do. We'll do it like this just to make them get rid of it. I was trying to figure out a way, maybe a way to get the Void ability activated, but there was no way around that. But we're going to turn Restless Reef into a creature, swing with everyone, and that should be it. Nice. Not too bad. I'm going to keep this. If we could find a third land, we could really do a lot more, but for now, this is alright. We use the Fabled Passage to find a blue source so we could utilize our hand. Okay, we really need to find a land next turn. Okay, guys, we did not find a land, but it doesn't mean anything yet. As long as they don't put enough pressure on us, then it's all good. So I'm going to attempt to get rid of this. I do. Maybe they'll throw something else out, then we'll Tragic Trajectory it. And that's how it's going to have to go. And listen, we still didn't draw that land, guys, which is, by the way, it's really funny that we haven't, but it doesn't mean that we're out still. It's a game of patience after all. Alright, we found the land. We have a creature. We got this. If they try to swing, then they're going to lose their creature because Tinybones has Death Touch. So we could start stealing their cards in their graveyard that are permanents. Unless, of course, they get rid of it. Okay, so what is the move, guys? We're going to go for the swing. Did we go for the swing? Yeah, we're going to go for the swing. They might block with the other Chocobo, which is fine. I just wanted to see if I could get their one drop and then play Lord Skitter afterwards, but they got rid of it. But it's fine. Because if we could find one more land, then we could play Gisa the next turn, and then we will commit a crime with Lord Skitter, get our 2 tokens, and just try to go over the top. Interesting. Alright, so we didn't get our land, but we did get Marchesa, which is going to be very nice. Well, I thought it was going to be very nice, but our opponent's going to interrupt our play, which isn't good. Now they could start swinging in the air, which isn't going to be that good. But we could easily out-resource them if we could find a land. Let's see. Make him discard a card. I do have a counter though, so they could be ready just to counter this immediately. Artwork on this card is insane. And now we have committed a crime. We're gonna pay 1 to add a card to our hand, hopefully finding that 5th land. There it is. And we're going to commit a crime once again. That's really good. If we could get that Aclazotz out, that would be insane. But that traveling chocobo is a problem too. Maybe I just want to get rid of that for now. And we could still look for cards along the way that way. Because they could also have a counter if I try to just swing with Gisa. Or not swing with Gisa, play the Gisa. So at least we could just use a little bit of our mana and still get value from Marchesa so we could have follow-up plays. So their deck is super unpredictable right now. And I'm actually happy though that they played that, because that will make it so the Virtue could hit the Chocobo and they don't have any protection. But they're going to be trying to swing with all these guys in the air, so I have to put pressure on them quick. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one way to go. I love it. Opponent's going first. I'm going to keep this. I think we're going to do Tinybones Joins Up first. So not only can we make him discard a card immediately, but for every legendary creature that we play after this card, we could make our opponent lose a life, make him mill a card, which Tinybones the Pickpocket could take advantage of. Now we're going to go for Nashi because it could help us find even more cards if it gets to swing. Let's see if the Nashi gets to swing. Does. That's a Gisa. Be very much so useful. So how about we just play 2 creatures and hold up Spell Pierce? I think that's the move right now. Get to be as flexible as we can. What is this guy playing? He's playing some rampy mono red deck. I don't even know. I like it though. What is that? Interesting. Okay. Sure. swing with that. I guess so. That'd be good. I wonder what the Nashi could find. I do think the Lord Skitter would be a good play too, but Nashi could find just something else that might be better than playing Lord Skitter. Like Marchesa, for example. Because now when we play the Marchesa, we get to trigger Tinybones Joins Up, so we could get us a card. I mean, the only problem is we don't have Spell Pierce now, but it's all good. I mean, maybe it isn't. Who knows with this deck? They could do some crazy play like that. Now they're getting rid of our lands. What is this deck? This is actually crazy. Alright, so they got rid of one of our lands, guys. That's unfortunate. Now we can't play the Gisa. So honestly, hear me out. We're going to go and use Nowhere to Run on the Strike Master. And you're going to get a card with Marchesa. And still hold up Spell Pierce for their next crazy play. Because I have no idea. Let me get this land in her hand. I have no idea what's next with this deck. If we just put a bunch of pressure like this, we should be good, though. We're not going to play anything. We have to decline that. We don't get anything, but we get the 1/1 counter. Decline. We're holding on to the Spell Pierce for dear life right now. It's like, what is this guy's next move? Might do something when we swing. Guess we're gonna find out. Two damage to each creature, but then they'll still take 6. Unless they do another one. Yep, that's where the Spell Pierce comes in. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. I hope everyone has a great day. Take care.